What's going on, guys? Get123 here with more Grand Theft Auto 5, and I did just wake up, so my voice might sound a little different today. It might be a little lower or something. I don't know, but at the recording of this video, I did just wake up probably like 20 minutes ago. So anyways, that is besides the point. In today's video, I want to have a discussion with you guys, and what I actually want to talk about is what you are seeing in the background right now. And what is that? Well, as you can see, it is a supercar effortlessly climbing a mountain. That's exactly what you're seeing. It's a supercar, something made for the street, something made for speed, effortlessly climbing a mountain. And that takes us to the topic and the title of this video: are supercars OP? Or in other words, are supercars overpowered? And just in case you didn't know what OP stood for when it comes to video games, now you know. You're probably going to hear that term a lot when it comes to anything: Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, League of Legends. OP is a very common term, and if you didn't know what it stood for, well, now you know. So anyways, let's get into the discussion. So like I was saying, supercars are a vehicle that are obviously built for speed. They do not have high ground clearance, you know, they're not a foot off the ground. They're generally very low vehicles, not made to absorb impacts and things like that. And, you know, I think that's the problem that I have with them in GTA 5. You know, don't get me wrong, I love driving them. I think they're super fun, but, you know, with Grand Theft Auto 5 trying to be a somewhat realistic game, it kind of bothers me that a supercar is like the jack of all trades, because that car simply doesn't exist in real life. A car that is perfect for everything, that really does not exist. You know, in real life, if you want to go off-roading or mountain climbing, you're going to take an off-road vehicle with you because that is what is going to be able to climb hills and mountains the best. However, like I said, in Grand Theft Auto 5, that's simply not true. I feel like that's a bit of a disconnect from reality, that supercars are more efficient at climbing mountains than any other car in the game. Having said that, I feel like there's really only one area where supercars are weak in the off-roading department, and that is, like I said at the beginning of the video, ground clearance, where if you need to go over any big rocks or anything like that, that is the one spot where, you know, they're not going to be too good. And also going through shallow water, due to their very low clearance, they're not going to do that well. But look at this mountain I'm going up right now. I mean, this thing for the most part does it effortlessly. It goes up faster and probably better than like the Sand King, even the Liberator. It would definitely get a much better time. So my question is, can and should Rockstar do anything about this? I mean, okay, can they? Sure, they could. They could send out an update, but how would they go about nerfing the supercar to, you know, not be able to go off-roading so well, and should they do that? Well, realistically, I don't know if they should. As much as it bothers me, it would kind of be annoying to, you know, have it suck up mountains, but then again, that would be realistic, so I don't know. Hypothetically, what would they do? Well, obviously, you don't need to make the supercar any slower. It's a supercar after all. I think the biggest thing for them would be to simply reduce its traction. I mean, like I said, this thing climbs mountains like it's nobody's business. It has no problems with traction. Like right now, it's really climbing a pretty steep wall on a mountain, and that is not realistic. So if Rockstar did want to nerf these and make it more realistic and give us more incentive to use off-road vehicles, I would say the best thing they can do is nerf the off-road traction. Obviously, keep the street traction right where it's at, because, you know, we've got street tires on these cars, but in the off-road department, the traction's just too high. They don't need to nerf speed, like I said, because it's a supercar. You don't want it to be slow, so I feel like just reducing its off-road handling a little bit and its traction would really even it out and put off-road vehicles more in the picture. Because, well, if you want to race your friends to the top of Mount Chiliad, unfortunately, you're best off picking a supercar. I'd love to say, no, you're best off picking the Sand King or the Dubstar or something like that, but to be honest, those cannot climb mountains to the same ability of a supercar. Between its speed and everything like that, it's really just out of the question. So guys, this is where I ask you, tell me in the comments below, do you think Rockstar should nerf supercars in the off-road department? The only reason I suggest this is because it would bring more balance to the game, and it would bring more incentive to actually use off-road vehicles. Because like I said, off-road vehicles are fun to use, but as long as you're just going out Mount Chiliad, they're not the best to use. Obviously, you do want to use them if you're going through shallow water and over rocks and things like that, but as far as mountain climbing is concerned, the supercar is pretty much the king of the mountain right now. And as you can see from this gameplay, it really can't be stopped. Even despite its probably like 4-inch ground clearance and everything, it just goes over rocks so effortlessly and just makes everything look so easy. So, like I said, tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I just wanted to bring you guys this discussion because it's been on my mind for a while, and I just want to see what you all think. So feel free to like or dislike the video, tell me if you disagree or if you agree, doesn't matter. So, with that, please stay tuned for more videos in the future. I will see you next time.